Indeed, lads, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I got for you guys the 4-2-2-2 custom tactics and player instructions for you guys. Now, I've been experimenting with many formations. It's still early on in FIFA, and I want to let you guys know that this formation does work as well. The other day I put out the 4-1-2-1-2 second variation video. Make sure to check that out. Some good tactics, a great formation, and I got for you guys today another one. Let's get into it. By the way, I used this formation in the last 15 games I played, and I won all 15.
We don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
In Fut Champs and Fut Champs qualification, so it's proven to work clearly. So let's hop into it. To start off, defensive style, pressure on heavy touch. Now guys, this is something here that I advise you change to balanced at a halftime or just turn off completely, because one, it does kill your player's stamina. Two, it's sort of a hit or miss. So if your players do not pressure well, your opponent will break your pressure line, and then they will be in behind, most likely to shoot on goal or even score on you. So it's up to you if you want to keep this on. I advise you at least change it to balanced at halftime, or you just turn it off completely. Personal preference, up to you guys with that one. Moving on, width 40, depth 65. This combination here, 40 and 65, I think is a good balance. You could even change this to 35 if you want more bodies in the midfield. It's up to you. I found 40 or 35, somewhere in between, to work very, very well. And I'm going to show you guys in these clips here why the depth and width works very well. Now, the 65 depth gives you a high line up the field to win the ball when your opponent is trying to break out of his half. But if you do not win the ball with your strikers or center mids initially and don't apply pressure on the ball, you will be exposed in behind. So make sure to always apply pressure as soon as you can to prevent this. Moving on to the offensive side, a build-up play, I keep on balance. I do not really find the other tactics here to work very well, so I keep it on balance. My players are still active in the build-up play. It works well. Here is how I build up in this formation. As you can see, I'm working the ball around the back, eventually finding my outside attacking mid. I create this triangle with my left back, left attacking mid, and left center defensive mid. And if it doesn't work, I spray it out to the other side. Eventually, the goal is to try and find your center defensive mids, then find your striker for a chance on goal. As you can see here, once again, patience, composure, go out wide, eventually find your center mid, go to the other side if you have to. If not, keep it in the middle, find a striker to create a chance for you. If it's not broke, I'm not going to fix it. Chance creation, direct passing, a new tactic this year in FIFA 22. This is something that I mentioned in my last video in the 4-1-2-1-2 second variation. It works very well, and it gets your players more moving, more active in the attacking third, as you will see here. In these clips here, you will see the direct passing tactic working in action. As you can see already, my players are active in the attacking third. Rashford wants the ball, he gets it, and he finishes. Direct passing tends to have my players move a lot more in the attacking third, as I keep saying. This here is sort of a simple counterattack, but in my eyes, I think it's the direct passing tactic that I have on that sort of ignites that play to happen. As you can see here, composure with De Jong, and then when I flip the switch to go forward, already my players are making runs, creating openings for me. Width, I keep on 50, very balanced. Players in box 5, corners 1, free kicks 1. These two here are personal preference, up to you guys. Moving on to the player instructions, one of your strikers will be on false 9, everything else balanced. This false 9 is key because you do need a player to drop into the midfield, receive that ball in that gap that's in between your center defensive mids and your strikers. There's a big gap there. It needs to be filled in here and there, time to time. So Phil Foden will be that guy for me, and in some clips that I will show you, it's another person. For example, Ben Yedder, you will see now. In this clip, Ben Yedder is in the false 9 role. As you can see, he's dropped into sort of an attacking mid position, sort of facilitating the middle right now, creating space for Rashford in behind him. Eventually, I find Rashford the ball, give it to my outside attacking mid, who finds a goal for himself. Moving on to the outside attacking mids, your Lambs and Rams. You will have them on comeback and defense and get into box for cross. Get into box for cross must be on because it helps, influence the attack when you're in that top box area, looking for a gap, looking for a cutting, darting run into the box. These guys will make those runs for you. Back to the other clip, as you can see, Jadon Sancho has the get into box instruction on him, and he does get into the box to create his goal scoring opportunity. Moving on to the defensive mid positions, one of these center defensive mid players have to be sort of box to box, like De Bruyne as you see here, or Bruno Fernandes. It's up to you guys. One of them will be on cut passing lanes, balanced attack, cover center, and the other one will be on cut passing lanes, stay back, and then cover center. So one's going to be more defensive, in this case De Jong, and in this case De Bruyne will be more attacking. In the videos I will show here, it'll consist of Bruno Fernandes being the attacking center defensive mid. In this clip here, you're going to see Foden is my center defensive mid that is box to box. I defend with my striker first, then eventually I defend with him. He will still be in position on the balanced attack instruction, do not worry about that. And in this clip here, Bruno Fernandes is my center defensive mid who is box to box. And as you can see, I try to pass back and forth with my center mids to eventually find my striker who's waiting for me top box, have a bit of skill, and then eventually score. And on to the outside back, stay back while attacking, conservative interceptions and overlap. You guys are probably thinking, what is conservative interceptions? No one ever changes that. I don't find too much of a difference with it, but I keep it on. If it's not broke, don't fix it. I've been doing well with it. So I advise you put it on just to see how it goes. If you really find it to be a problem or even notice it, change it back to normal, but it's up to you. Center backs do not touch, keep them on default, and the keeper comes from crosses, sweeper, keeper. I don't really notice these two things in game, but I have them on. It's been working well, so if it's not broke, do not fix it once again. So thank you guys for watching my video. This is the 4-2-2 custom tactics and player instructions for you guys. It works well for me. Hopefully it works well for you. I'm going to be testing out a lot more formations and giving you guys the best custom tactics and player instructions for each formation. I'm not going to give you guys some BS video that doesn't work. I'm only going to use proven work. I've tried out other formations, for example the 4-3-1-2 and the 4-2-3-1. I haven't really found the correct tactics for it. That's why I didn't drop out a video for it. So I will not give you guys BS videos that do not give value. So I'm promising you guys this formation works. Use it. Let me know how it works in the comments below. Peace.